A big round of applause to them, please. Thank you. Official authorities, distinguished members of the universities, esteemed guests and speakers, and dedicated members of the global entrepreneurial ecosystem. Good morning, and as we say in Basque language, in euskera, egun on guztioi. Welcome on behalf of the Basque Entrepreneurship Observatory, the Spanish Entrepreneurship Observatory, and GEM Global Network to the GEM Global Conference 2025. It is truly an honor to gather here today in Bilbao, a city that exemplifies innovation, resilience, and an entrepreneurial spirit. As we embark on this exciting journey together, we proudly celebrate the launch of a crucial report highlighting entrepreneurship's transformative power. The report underscores how entrepreneurs are shaping economies, industries, and societies worldwide, driving innovation and creating opportunities for all. This conference serves as a platform for exchanging knowledge, fostering collaboration, and envisioning the future of entrepreneurship on a global scale. We set the tone for the day ahead with a unique experience that spoke to the heartbeat of this land. This Basque cultural representation embodied the entrepreneurial spirit that transformed the world. I would like to thank you and ask again for a big round of applause for Yanire and Niker from Kabiezes Arrizulatzaileak and for Josu and Ander from Escucha Txalaparta Taldea. Please, a big round of applause to them because it's been amazing. Thank you. Since ancient times, the Basque people have drawn sustenance, inspiration, and challenges from the sea and the land. The courageous whalers ventured across the Atlantic, establishing trade routes and honing a craft that required skill, bravery, and, of course, foresight. They reaped the ocean's bounty and cultivated a communal spirit of resilience, innovation, and adaptability. The same spirit of perseverance emerged from the depths of the earth when Bizkaia discovered the iron that would drive its industrial heartbeat. Like the sailors, the miners challenged uncertainty, drilling into mountains with determination. The left bank of the Nervion River became a hub of progress, where relentless effort transformed the landscape and laid the foundation for a thriving economy. But they were not alone in shaping the future of Bizkaia and Euskadi, of course. Today, the sound of Txalaparta echoes the past. Its percussion symbolizes collective strength, the harmony between tradition and modernity, and the pulse of the people that never stands still. While this strength has been recognized in men, our recognition also goes to Basque women, who, with their indispensable labor, sustained and propelled this development in factories, homes, and commerce. Where shipyards and steel mills once stood, technology startups, Industry 4.0, and biotech firms now flourish. The culture of effort and resilience continues to set the pace in a region that, with the same determination as its ancestors, embraces the challenges of the 21st century. Euskadi is now a benchmark in entrepreneurship, futuring an economy. The Basque Country reinvents its heartbeat, transforming from iron and fire into innovation. Respecting its history, looks toward the future with courage. And this courage has shaped our history. This constant pulse connecting generation unites tradition and innovation, projecting a bold and transformative vision for the future to the world and the positive social impact we can promote. Moreover, I would like to emphasize the social impact of this conference through an exclusive ONCE available lottery coupon and Emprendedores magazine, which features special edition at this conference. I encourage you to explore it. For those who may not be familiar with ONCE, it stands for the National Organization of Spanish Blind People. It is a non-profit social corporation dedicated to improving the quality of life of the blind, people with low vision, and people with disabilities in Spain. Thank you for being part of this conference. I want to emphasize as well that GEM Spain has been a pioneer in measuring entrepreneurship and disability for a more inclusive society, accurately reflecting reality as it is. Speaking about reality, let us officially commence today's proceedings. It is now my privilege to introduce our distinguished institutional leaders and GEM's Executive Director, who will share their insights on the significance of this moment. Let me introduce you to Aileen Ionescu-Somers, GEM Executive Director.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, señoras y señores, muy buenos días, and I think you say in Basque, egun on. So thank you. It's really an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the launch of our 2024-25 GEM Global Report. Since its founding in 1999 as a joint initiative between Babson College and London Business School, GEM has evolved into the world's most authoritative research project on entrepreneurship, leaving an indelible mark on academic policy and business communities alike. GEM began with an ambitious mission to understand and measure entrepreneurship on a global scale, at a time when entrepreneurship was often overlooked as a driver of economic growth. GEM pioneered research that illuminated the essential role entrepreneurs play in creating jobs, driving innovation, and boosting local economies. What started with just 10 participating countries over its quarter-century of existence, GEM has included over 120 economies spanning every continent. One of GEM's signature achievements is its development of comprehensive and comparative data on entrepreneurial activity. Its unique methodology goes beyond traditional economic indicators by capturing the motivation, perceptions, and challenges faced by entrepreneurs at different stages of their ventures. This data has become an invaluable tool for policymakers, educators, and investors seeking to support entrepreneurial ecosystems. Over the past 25 years of its existence, GEM has provided insights into the nuanced dynamics of entrepreneurship in both developed and developing economies. It has helped policymakers understand how economic conditions, regulatory frameworks, and cultural attitudes shape entrepreneurial outcomes. This has directly influenced national and regional policies that foster entrepreneurship, and nowhere is that more true than in Spain. For example, GEM's data has been instrumental in shaping startup-friendly regulations in also emerging economies and has guided educational reforms to promote entrepreneurial thinking. Another major contribution is GEM's focus on inclusive entrepreneurship. By shedding light on the experiences of women entrepreneurs, older adults, and minority groups, GEM has challenged stereotypes and highlighted the importance of diversity in entrepreneurship. The Women's Entrepreneurship Report that we will be speaking about later today, it's published regularly by GEM every year now, and it's one of the most widely cited resources on the topic. It drives global efforts to close the gender gap in business and at the same time contributes to meeting an important set of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Additionally, GEM's research has illuminated how entrepreneurs respond during times of crisis. During the global financial turndown and more recently during the COVID-19 pandemic, GEM's timely reports provided crucial data on resilience, adaptation, and innovation in entrepreneurial ventures. This information has guided recovery strategies and supported entrepreneurs in navigating uncertain landscapes. Perhaps most importantly, GEM has built a vibrant global network of researchers, policymakers, and business leaders who are committed to advancing entrepreneurship. Through its annual global reports, special topic knowledge-sharing platforms, GEM continues to foster collaboration and innovation. This year, as we move beyond GEM's 25th anniversary, it is clear that its contributions to the understanding of entrepreneurship have been transformative. By putting entrepreneurs and their journeys at the forefront of economic research, GEM has empowered countless individuals, communities, and nations to recognize and harness the potential of entrepreneurship activity. Frente al futuro, GEM sigue siendo.
For the future, GEM is as relevant as always in an era defined by the quick technological change, the environmental challenges, and the changing world markets. The entrepreneurial spirit will continue to be a fundamental driver for innovation and growth. Entrepreneurial spirit is and will be more and more a key contribution to the critically necessary solutions for the challenges of the future. And the GEM will continue to play a leading role in the shaping of the way in which we understand and support this vital sector. Thanks to everyone that has contributed to the success of GEM during the last quarter of a century. Thanks to GEM Spain and GEM Basque country for making this wonderful day possible. Thanks to the dynamic Bilbao entrepreneurial community and especially the sponsors of this event. Let's continue to celebrate the achievements of GEM and its contribution to wonderful cities like Bilbao and dynamic regions like the Basque country. We look forward to an even better future, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your words, Mrs. Ionescu-Somers. To welcome us on behalf of this fantastic city with all of you, Juan Aburto, Mayor of Bilbao, Bilboko, Alkatea.
Bizkaiko Aldun Nagusia,
Miss General Deputy of Bizkaia, GEM Global Conference, Rector of the University, Rectors of the 3 universities specifically, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to this university building. Welcome to Bilbao.
You a very warm welcome. We want Bilbao to be the city of entrepreneurship, so it is a real pleasure to have such a prestigious conference being held here. Thank you very much for this event here in the city of Bilbao. En primer lugar, desde el Ayuntamiento de Bilbao.
And first of all, from Bilbao City Council, we would like to thank all the people, agents and organizations that have made it possible for this prestigious conference, GEM Global 2025, to be held here in Bilbao, in Bizkaia, in the Basque Country. We feel very proud to be the host of this meeting, from which we know will emerge new ideas and seeds that we will continue to sow to build a better and more prosperous city for everyone. Being here today means that we have a lot to say in the current entrepreneurial ecosystem. This is a vibrating city that's constantly changing, and all the work we've done so far is being fruitful. We want to lead change, and we want Bilbao to be a city of entrepreneurship in capital letters. And with this, we have spaces like the island of Zorozarro, which we call an urban innovation tower, the Bat Tower to accelerate startups and access to international networks, or the central building at Ensanche that has become an axis for the municipal entrepreneurial services and a space for collaboration with technological agents and knowledge agents. All the examples I mentioned reflect the help we provide to entrepreneurship in our city. And thanks to these agents and this entrepreneurship, we have an entrepreneurship academy in Bilbao. We're an excellent location for entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs find a place here and can find an integral strategy to develop talent in Bilbao, in Bizkaia, and in the STEM area and in advanced services and knowledge-intensive services. And today we're going to discuss this together with other institutions and with the business and educational fabric. We care for our talent, but we are also an open city, open to the world, that wants to share, reflect, and create synergies with all of you, the experts in the field. And an example of this is that Bilbao is among the top 10 best cities to attract foreign investment. It's a great honor to be the epicenter of entrepreneurship over these few days and to be able to share information and achievements in our city. There is a document that leads to more ethical businesses through this report. And it's right to share this report here because it's a city of values, but where we want to have sustainable and a respectable entrepreneurship that will bring economic development that is also sustainable and that will reach out to everyone. The spirit of entrepreneurship has to take us to a constant transformation, and for this we need interinstitutional collaboration as well as collaboration between agents. The driving force to change the world, and in Bilbao we feel that entrepreneurship should continue to guide us towards the continuous transformation and urban regeneration, based on interinstitutional collaboration with other agents. The magic word, collaboration, when there is so much confrontation today. Let us continue to be the soul of entrepreneurship here in Bilbao and the Basque Country, with people and their ideas. Thank you all so much.
Alkate jauna. On behalf of the Basque government, please allow me to introduce you to Andoitz Korta, Deputy Minister of Industry of the Basque government, Eusko Jaurlaritzako industria sustatzeko sailburu ordea.
Aldu nagusia, alkate jauna.
Miss General Deputy and Mayor of Bilbao, Executive Director of GEM, and everybody here with us today, good morning. First of all, I'd like to congratulate our artists here playing the Chalaparta, because I got tired just watching them. We're already tired first thing in the morning. And secondly, I would like to welcome you here to the Basque country. A country that is firmly committed to the European Union and to industrial transformation. We remember our roots, our industrial past, but we always look at the future, entrepreneurship and strategy, which are vital for all of us. That's why it's so important to have you here today with all of us.
Oldest one in Europe. It is for me a pleasure and honor to have the opportunity to address you all this morning and welcome you to our country, the Basque country. Our economic development has historically been linked to the transformation of the iron and industry, and the transformations and economic cycles these industries have undergone have taught us to remain prepared to maintain, to adapt, to transform our economy, activity, and industrial sector. In recent decades, the Basque country has undergone a profound transformation of its productive, economic, and social fabric in order to remain competitive in a new context in which international positioning, the deployment of information and communication technologies, technological progress, innovation, and smart specialization has all become key factors of our competitiveness. From being a leader in coal and steel, steamships and locomotives, to embracing the industry of the future. High-tech, renewable energies, bioscience and biohealth, sustainable mobility. We look to the future with some of the most advanced companies in Europe in these areas. Our industry and its related services represent about 25% of our activity and 20% of the total employment, a singularity among developed countries, and part with some of the most industrialized regions in the European Union, like Northern Italy and Southern Germany. We are a modern society with a high level of public services and infrastructure. We have a competitive economy and companies with a high level of human capital development, productivity level, and export capacity. The strength of our innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystems has contributed decisively to the dynamism of our industry and therefore of our economy. Today, we are living uncertain times with account to the competitiveness of the European industry, trade openness and security at all levels. The Basque government is committed to industry, and we prioritize the development of new projects that guarantee our level of economic activity and employment, as well as the well-being of our citizens. Our main goal is to strengthen the economic fabric, increase the competitiveness of our companies, continue to bet on technology and innovation, and speed up the carbonization process. The Basque country is a land of innovation, and it has been recognized by the European Commission. We have been listed as the best performed region in Spain, above the EU27 average, and we have been catalogued as a strong innovator region. The Basque country is an important technological entrepreneurship hub with more than 1,000 technology bases and innovative startups, employing more than 6,000 people. We view entrepreneurship as a powerful driver of economic growth, fostering the innovation needed to seize new opportunities, boost the productivity, create jobs, while also tackling some of the society's more pressing challenges. Our aspiration is to strengthen the position of the Basque country as the hub of entrepreneurship in a small industry at an international level, while remaining reference in the competitiveness and innovation in Europe. To have achieved this, the support and growth of entrepreneurs will be the priority of the Basque government and its industrial development plan. As a sign of our identity, continuous improvements is a must in our government. But to improve anything, it's essential to know where you stand and what your goals are. We need robust, credible data to make key decisions, and we need to understand on-the-ground perception about entrepreneurship. Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, GEM, is vital information enable us to make better informed decisions to help entrepreneurs, to allow our entrepreneurial ecosystem to thrive. I want to congratulate the entire GEM network and its 25th anniversary, and also wish you all many more years of success. I would also like to encourage you all to continue improving your already fabulous contribution to strengthen the quantity and quality of our entrepreneurship. Amaitzeko, beraz, zorionak GEM sareari bere 25. urte urrenean.
I'd like to thank you very much for coming to the Basque Country, and this reaffirms our strong commitment to entrepreneurship. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
State of Industry of the Spanish government, who, due to force majeure, could not attend the conference. Lastly, I would like to introduce a key figure in the development of Bizkaia to all of you. Elixabete Etxanobe, General Deputy of the Government of Bizkaia, Bizkaiko Ahaldun Nagusia.
Alkatea,
Mr. Mayor, Executive Director, Rectors, Deputy Minister, good morning.
Presentation of GEM 2025 Global Report. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone at Global Entrepreneurship Monitor for their outstanding work in analyzing and disseminating knowledge on the entrepreneurial ecosystem. I would especially like to thank this leading authority on entrepreneurship globally for choosing Bilbao, Bizkaia as the venue for this conference. Over the coming days, I'm confident we will show you that that was a right decision, I hope. Bizkaia is a land of entrepreneurship. It always has been. Nuestra realidad de hoy
Our reality today cannot be explained without understanding the role played by generation after generation of all those people that identified opportunities and developed projects and turned it into realities. This entrepreneurial mindset continues to be deeply rooted in our society, an entrepreneurial mindset with a global vision, but at the same time with strong roots in our identity and values. As a natural consequence of this mindset, the Bizkaia Provincial Council has always been firmly committed to entrepreneurship. We see entrepreneurs as leaders for social and economic development, and also to generate wealth and jobs in our territory and in our country. And it's not just words, it's a drive for entrepreneurship. The Bizkaia Provincial Council makes available to entrepreneurs programs and resources designed to facilitate each stage of the entrepreneurial process: training, advice, financial support, or direct aid to start up a company. We know that backing those that decide to be entrepreneurs doesn't just mean accompaniment. It also means building a favorable structure for the creation of new initiatives. That's why in Bizkaia we've generated a support ecosystem for entrepreneurship that has as its flagship the Bizkaia Accelerator Tower. We firmly believe that entrepreneurship can better be developed in collaboration. That's why in Bizkaia we are an international benchmark in open innovation. We firmly believe that entrepreneurship is a reliable driver to continue to promote the future of our society. That's why in Bizkaia we back inclusive entrepreneurship and facilitate entrepreneurship in all areas through different perspectives. We have the female entrepreneurship programs or the entrepreneurship programs aimed at people with disabilities. I was saying that we believe in entrepreneurship, and that's why I would like to make a call to all society. I'd like to offer my support to everyone that chooses the path of entrepreneurship, because it's not usually easy. And we have to appreciate the role of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs in our society, because they guarantee the development of society, they create jobs, they create wealth. In that context, we are especially interested in the global report on entrepreneurship that's going to be presented today. We're interested in the results. I'm sure that this report will give us essential data to better understand the role of entrepreneurship in the world, the challenges we face and the opportunities it provides.
Eta lekzio horrek lagunduko deuskue gure estrategiak hobetzen.
We think that this is going to help us to draft our strategies and therefore reinforce the network of entrepreneurship in Bizkaia. Thank you very much.
Mila esker aldun nagusia. Thank you all for your comment.
Thank you very much, Deputy General.
25 years, GEM has been the world's leading authority on entrepreneurship research. Since its inception, GEM has transformed the global understanding of entrepreneurship. This milestone signifies 25 years of research, 25 years of impact, 25 years of the network and data, nurturing entrepreneurial ecosystems, empowering policymakers, and driving inclusive economic growth. To guide us through this significant milestone, we welcome Jeffrey Shay, professor at Babson College and GEM-GERA board chair and co-leader GEM USA, and Ana Fernández-Laviada, professor at Universidad de Cantabria, executive director. Please.
Me first. Good morning. Passion, collaboration, and community. These words defined entrepreneurship and they define GEM. For me, this is personal. 40 years ago, Bill Bygrave walked into my finance class at Babson College and charismatically pitched a new major, entrepreneurship. I called my father and I was excited to tell him that I was changing my major from finance to entrepreneurship. My father's response, no one will ever hire somebody with a degree in entrepreneurship. We compromised. I kept the finance major, but I secretly added on entrepreneurship. At the time, you see, many dismissed entrepreneurship as merely small business and the study of small business. But people like Bill Bygrave, Jeff Timmons, Michael Hay, and others had a vision. Entrepreneurship wasn't just about starting companies. It was about problem solving, risk-taking, innovating, and building something new. Years later, Bill called me again. This time, it was about an idea that has evolved over 25 years to become the world's largest effort to understand entrepreneurship, the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. He asked me to serve as a national expert for GEM USA. How could I refuse? And coinciding with this GEM Global launch, Maria, Ignaki, and others are training the next generation of great GEM researchers. Can you raise your hand if you're one of the doctoral students, more than 50 that are here? Maybe they're not here at all. They're sleeping in after a great night in Bilbao. Well, thank you for making me look bad. Anyway, that's what GEM is: passion, collaboration, and community in action. Today I stand as the chair of the GERA board, honored by what we have built together. GEM is more than more than data. It's a global network of researchers, educators, and policymakers committed to advancing entrepreneurship. You'll hear all the data over the next few days about GEM, 25 years of data, 170,000 research interviews each year, 120 economies, 370 or more specialists, and hundreds of papers relying on GEM to drive the research agenda on entrepreneurship. But GEM is more than the numbers. It is passion in research, because entrepreneurship is about people's dreams and ambitions. It is collaboration across borders, because no single country has all the answers. It is community building, because entrepreneurship doesn't happen in isolation. GEM doesn't just study entrepreneurship, it shapes how we teach it. Across the world, students leverage and engage with the GEM data to gain an understanding of their own community and their own economy. It crystallizes opportunities, helping them see what is possible. Entrepreneurship is not just a career, it's a force for economic mobility, innovation, and transformation. GEM continues to evolve, exploring themes like sustainability and green entrepreneurship, and this year, artificial intelligence. This is how GEM continues to lead the global conversation on entrepreneurship. Reflecting on my journey from that finance student and his skeptical father to chair of the GERA board, I see GEM as a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit. It started with an idea, it grew through collaboration, and it thrives because of a passionate global community. Entrepreneurship is about more than starting businesses. It's about solving problems, creating opportunities, and changing lives. For 25 years, GEM has done just that. And because of all of you, the passionate, collaborative, global community, it will continue long into the future to shape the field of entrepreneurship. Thank you. I didn't go to any of my slides. So you'll have to skip through if you want to switch to yours.
No, you have no,
Okay.
no slides. Well, bienvenidos, welcome, unknown. Dear rectors, authorities, colleagues, friends, and distinguished guests, it's a true honor and a great pleasure for me to welcome you to Bilbao, a city of innovation, tradition, and endless opportunities. As president of the Spanish Entrepreneurship Observatory and also the Spanish GEM team, I cannot express how proud I am to host this year's annual meeting here in Spain. More than anything, I'm excited to have this opportunity to meet many of you, exchange ideas, work together towards advancing entrepreneurial research and policy worldwide. Spain is home of one of the strongest and most dynamic GEM networks in the world. We are a large family, I would say a huge family, of almost 200 researchers and experts in entrepreneurship organized into 27 regional teams. For the past 25 years, we have been developing and stretching these projects thanks to the invaluable support of our experts and local, regional, and national governments. This year is particularly special. We celebrate our 25th anniversary of our journey together. The success of GEM in Spain is not only measured in reports, data, and impact on policy, but also in the strong sense of community that has formed around us. This is more than just a research project. It's a family of committed individuals who, year after year, work generously and collaboratively to ensure that our findings are published on time and contribute to advancing entrepreneurship worldwide. None of this would have been possible without the persistent support we have received for many, many years. And today is a moment to recognize and appreciate all of those who have been part of this extraordinary journey. At the national level, our special thanks go to ENISA, which has been our main partner for the past years, providing us essential support to make our work possible. In fact, to be fair, I should also to acknowledge each one of our sponsors individually, more than 100. But we will have to be here until the coffee time, and I have just 5 minutes. So here is a huge thank you in capital letters to all of you who have made or make this possible. Some of them contribute by funding data collection. Here is where we spend or we invest most of our budget, more than 400,000 euros per year. Others, as Mafre or Rafael del Pino Foundation, collaborate with their national representations. Others, as Youth Business Spain Foundation, Fundación 11, Reales Seguros, Coca-Cola, Instituto de las Mujeres, finance our special reports and editions. Others are the ones, or thanks to them, we are here today at the local, regional, and national level, help us to do things like we are doing this week. This afternoon, I invite all of you to join us in a special session that we will have after the coffee, where we will take a brief look to our history. And more importantly, get to know many of the key regional team leaders which are here today with us. Of course, to show the sense of 25 years of work is not easy at all, and we hope you at least to give you a little sight of our incredible journey for the last 25 years. GEM has become an essential global reference in the field of entrepreneurship, not only because our solid, reliable, and comparable source of data, but also because it's backed by an exceptional network of experts and researchers. Our data and reports have served as the foundation of many laws and policies, such as the new startup law, as well as a lot of regional policies and programs to foster entrepreneurial ecosystems in Spain. Thanks to the global GEM team, thanks to the Basque Country GEM team, and especially thanks to Maria and Iñaki, because today we have an exciting and intense agenda. We're starting just now, but we have still 2 full days of agenda. And I also invite you to fully immerse yourself in today's discussions, expect surprises like at the beginning we have, and plenty of opportunities to connect with leading entrepreneurship experts from all around the world. But besides of this, I invite you to take time to explore Bilbao, a city that blends history, culture, and innovation in a truly unique way. Once again, welcome, bienvenidos, ongi etorri to Bilbao, and let's make the most of this fantastic day together. Thank you.
Thank you very much to both of you for your invaluable work. Thank you. The GEM's Global Report is an international benchmark, the primary source of international reference data, the world's foremost study of entrepreneurship since 1999, to be precise. And we are privileged to have the launch in Bilbao by Stephen Hill. Let me introduce you to our esteemed expert, GEM's lead author, Mr. Stephen Hill.
Okay, buenos dias. It is a pleasure to be back in Bilbao. According to The Economist last week, Bilbao is the 14th most walkable city in the world, which makes you the most walkable city in Spain. The next, some way behind, is Barcelona. Okay, the approach I'm going to take today is I'm going to ask a series of big questions, and I'm going to try to use GEM data to answer those questions. Of course, the biggest question of the day I cannot use GEM data to answer, and that's, are Manchester City going to score more goals than Real Madrid tomorrow night? It's a question, like most questions, there are multiple perspectives. Okay, I want to start by thanking the many people involved in producing this global report. Most important are the national teams. We've got 51 national teams involved in the adult population survey. We've got another 5 teams who are only involved in the national expert survey. And then, of course, there's the co-authors, not just me, 11 other co-authors, all very knowledgeable, all very positive, almost all responding on time. Over 160,000 respondents this year. I get a little stressed in the morning when I have to do this, and I never know if I'm stressed because of you, because you're quite scary. But I think the thing that really stresses me is, how do I do justice to 160,000 people's views and experiences in a dozen slides? And I can't. I'm just going to scratch the surface. Those 160,000 respondents means a giant spreadsheet. For each national team, probably 2,000 rows, one for each respondent, and 80 columns. That is something like 12 million pieces of individual data. This is what makes GEM so important. When we talk about evidence, we mean it. Okay. This is my first data slide. And I like to start with this because I think it sets the scene. Let me just explain what's going on. We divide the economies into 3 different income groups. Level C is those with a GDP less than or equal to $25,000. Group B is $25,000 to $50,000, and Group A is over $50,000. And the question is, of those 160,000 people, has your household income changed this year? These are the responses. Household income is incredibly volatile. There are only 6 of those economies where less than 1 in 5 adults reported a fall in household income. There's another 6 where more than half of adults reported a fall in household income. The largest decreases were in Argentina, Ukraine, Ecuador. The point I'm making is that GDP may change by 3%, 2.5%, but inside of that, there's massive change going on. Okay. So, with all that volatility, do people still see good opportunities to start a business? The answer is yes. More than half of adults say they see good opportunities to start a business in the next 6 months. In 32 of the 51 economies. Slightly more likely to see opportunities in the low and middle income groups than in the high income group, although Saudi Arabia leads the way, 9 out of 10 adults seeing good opportunities. And I have to tell you that the fewest seeing good opportunities only just are right here in Spain. There's a story. Okay, so if we see good opportunities, what's stopping us from starting a business? Well, this slide shows the proportion of those seeing good opportunities who say they would not start a business for fear it might fail. And that's more than 1 in 2 in 11 different economies across all income levels. The largest proportion who say they won't start because of the fear of failure, the lowest proportion is in Argentina. And Argentina, from the first slide, was the economy with the largest proportion of people who say their household income has gone down. So maybe reducing income is also reducing the fear of failure. So what can we do about it? Because this is not new. We've been seeing this for the past few years. What can we do to reduce the fear of failure? We can highlight the success of entrepreneurs. We can try to improve understanding of risk. We can highlight the fact, and I'll show this later, that those who exit a business are more likely to be intending to start another. And I'm going to come back to this. So, after all that, are people still starting new businesses? The answer is yes, especially in the Americas and in the Gulf. Okay? The proportion of adults starting and running a new business is more than 1 in 5 in 10 different economies. Now, we're quite used to some of the low-income economies being amongst those, but this year, they've been joined by some high-income economies. Both Canada and Saudi Arabia are amongst those with high proportions of adults starting and running new businesses. The lowest levels are in Poland, Romania, and in Costa Rica. So, are there more established businesses than new ones? No, is the answer. There's only 7 of our 51 economies where the level of established business ownership is greater than the level of new entrepreneurship. There's another 7 economies where there are 4 or more new businesses for every established business. Now, that means either they're about to have a big increase in established businesses, or more likely, most of those new businesses don't survive long enough to become established. That's a very important result. Why? Well, maybe we'll talk about that. So, do new businesses mean new products and services? The answer is largely yes. More than 3 in 10 new enterprises are producing goods and services that are new to the area, new to the country, or new to the world. However, and it's more likely in higher income economies. However, relatively few are producing goods and services that are new to the world. And that's more likely in higher income groups. Now I think this is our most interesting slides. And I should have said all of these slides are in that report you've got, apart from one at the end. Okay. This is most interesting, because we asked those who exited a business, if you've exited a business in the past 12 months, do you intend to start another one in the next 3 years? And that's the blue columns. And we ask everybody else, all those who haven't exited a business, do you intend to start a business in the next 3 years? And we can see that if you've exited a business, you're much more likely to be intending to start another. Every economy, this is not a coincidence, all 51 economies, if you've exited a business, you're more likely to be intending to start another. And in most of those economies, more than half of those who've exited a business in the past 12 months intend to start another one. So hang on a minute. If I'm not starting a business because I'm afraid it might fail, And if failing or exiting is such a bad deal, why are so many of those who exit a business intending to start another? Interesting question. Okay. All right, we've got some new questions. Every year we have new questions. New questions in the adult population survey about sustainability. And we ask, have you taken any actions to minimize environmental impacts or to maximize social impacts? Do you include those impacts in your strategic decisions, in your long-term decisions? Do you prioritize sustainability above profits and growth? You'll hear more about this afternoon, but in the meantime, the chart shows you the percentage of adults starting and running a new business who say they include environmental impacts in their long-term strategy, and it shows that's against the proportion who include social impacts in their long-term strategy. There's a high degree of association, but more importantly, there's very high levels of agreement. There's only two economies, Morocco and Cyprus, where less than 1 in 2 of those starting and running new businesses agree that they include those in their long-term strategies. Okay, so if you include these in your strategies, do you prioritize sustainability above profits and growth? That's a direct question. And we look at where entrepreneurs are doing that. And here we've divided this into male and female. So we're looking at what proportion of men starting new businesses say they prioritize sustainability, what proportion of women starting new businesses say. There's a strong correlation between the two. And this is important, okay? The between-country differences are much bigger than the within-country differences. Having said that, in 34 of the 51 economies, women are more likely to say they prioritize sustainability. 34 out of 51. The next chart, and again there'll be more about this in the forthcoming sustainability report, and I should thank Niels for these ideas. This looks at, okay, let's define sustainability-focused entrepreneurs as those who say they've acted to minimize environmental impact or maximize social impact. They prioritize these in their long-term strategies. They prioritize sustainability, and they agree with the motivation. We've started a business to make a difference in the world. These people meet all 4 of those, okay? So it's a significant proportion of new entrepreneurs say they're doing all of these things. And there's high levels in all income groups. I should explain that because we're talking about proportions of proportions of proportions, we've included the confidence interval. So we can be 95% sure that the proportion is inside that band. Highest levels, interestingly, are in some of the poorest countries. The highest levels in this chart are in Chile, Sudan, Brazil. The lowest levels are in Morocco, China, and Norway. Okay. Then we've got some other new questions. We ask questions about the digital marketing tools. How important is digital marketing? Do you intend to do more of it in the next 6 months? More than 1 in 2 new entrepreneurs say they intend to use more digital marketing in the next 6 months in 30 of the 51 economies. But what do we mean by digital marketing? Which digital marketing tools are most important? And this chart is only looking at Group C. We've got another chart for Group B and another chart for Group A. But in Group C, and indeed fairly close to this in the other in the other economies, social media gets the highest proportion of entrepreneurs saying it is very important. So social media is highest, websites next, email communications, email marketing are further down. Okay, so artificial intelligence, I'm firmly convinced inside of the next 3 years, artificial intelligence is either going to be a co-author in the global report, or more likely it's going to be the lead author in the global report. I will look forward to that presentation. Okay. So, artificial intelligence, how important is it? It's been pushing its way up the business agenda. Do those starting and running new businesses see artificial as becoming important to their business in the next 3 years? The affirmative answers range from 8% in Poland to 57% in the UAE. However, the highest rates are in Latin America and in Asia. The lowest rates are in Europe. Pay attention, the lowest rates are in Europe. Another way of looking at the same question is to ask national experts. Do you think that new entrepreneurs Do you think that new entrepreneurs are aware of the need to develop and implement AI solutions? These are the answers. National experts are actually more optimistic about this than the entrepreneurs themselves. In 27 of the 54 economies, that's exactly half, entrepreneurs are seen as being sufficiently aware of the importance of AI into the future. Awareness is highest in the USA, the UAE, Canada, and India, lowest in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. I've nearly finished. And remember what I said at the start, I'm just scratching the surface. There's an awful lot more in that 300-page report you've got. Okay. So, final question. Final question. Where is the most supportive place to start a business? The United Arab Emirates retains its grip on that top spot. In the top, sorry, I should have explained. This is the National Entrepreneurship Context Index, and it's an overall measure of how national experts see the entrepreneurial environment as being supportive or not. Does it help firms to start and grow? Does it hinder firms? How can you hinder firms? High taxes, bureaucracy, poor infrastructure, etc. So this is just a summary. Of the top 10 economies in these 54, 4 are in the Gulf. That's another message. The UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Oman have all made big advances in improving their environment to support new businesses. Only Lithuania and Switzerland make it from Europe. India and Korea, Taiwan, and Indonesia are also in the top 10. India and Indonesia are low-income economies. So low income is not necessarily a barrier to having an excellent entrepreneurial environment. High income is not a guarantee that you've got a quality entrepreneurial environment, although I have to say money helps. In the bottom 10, 5 are from the middle income group and 5 are from the low income group. That's it. That's my scratch across the surface of those 160,000 survey responses. I just want to end with a chart that's not in the report you've got. And this is the population-weighted average. So the population-weighted average for the proportion of adults starting and running new businesses is just over 11%. Those running established businesses is just over 6%. And it looks like a dip. I suspect that dip is because both India and China are in the survey this year. Both have got relatively low levels, both have got massive populations. On the right-hand side, women starting new businesses as a proportion of men, around about 80%. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hill, for highlighting trends of interest to institutions and stakeholders globally. GEM thrives on a strong institutional and academic support. In a small country like ours, we have achieved something truly remarkable. Our 3 universities have journeyed along this path together, forging a shared vision for entrepreneurship. From day one, we have been supported by institutions, regional councils, and the Basque government, united in a common cause. Such collaboration is rare, making the Basque Entrepreneurship Observatory a shining example of academic and inter-university cooperation. To formally inaugurate the academic segment of our conference, I am pleased to welcome Maria Saiz Santos, Chair of the Basque Entrepreneurship Observatory and member of the Faculty of the University of the Basque Country. I yield the floor to you.
Thank you. Egunon, buenos días, good morning, everyone. It's an honor to welcome you to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor Global Conference here in Bilbao, in Bizkaia, on behalf of the team of Basque Entrepreneurship Observatory, the hosting organization of this event. I am delighted to see so many leaders, entrepreneurs, experts and institutions gathered together to discuss and promote entrepreneurship at the global level. And I would like to take the opportunity to greet the people that follow us through our university TV channels, EEB-OVE, where we are broadcasting in Spanish, English, and Basque language. Thanks to our ECT team and translators team here in Bizkaia in the University of the Basque Country. Well, first of all, I would like to begin by acknowledging the presence of our distinguished rectors, Mr. Vicente Atxa, Rector of Mondragon Universitatea, Atxa Rectori jauna, Juan José Etxebarria, Rector of the University of Deusto, Etxebarria Rectori jauna, and my rector, Mr. José Ramón Bengoechea, Rector of the University of the Basque Country, Bengoechea Rectori jauna. Well, our motto, the entrepreneurial heartbeat, the engine that transforms the world, is particularly present in our universities. Universities are the birthplace of innovative talent and entrepreneurial drive. Therefore, fostering entrepreneurial spirit in universities not only prepares students to face future challenges, but it's a key strategy to transferring the research results we generate in the university. Collaboration between academia and the business sector is a key nurturing to nurturing this entrepreneurial ecosystem and ensuring prosperous futures for our economies and for our communities. So, for more than 20 years, our team, the Basque Observatory of Entrepreneurship, has brought together researchers from the University of the Basque Country, University of Deusto, and Mondragon Universitatea. Our final goal is to measure the entrepreneurial phenomenon in order to make visible the gaps and the key driving factors to improve our entrepreneurial ecosystem. Our commitment with international GEM Global network is total, and as a result we have the privilege now to host this event in our region and in our universities. Thank you so much. The Basque Observatory has the institutional support from the first day we start with this project, support from the Basque Country government, the government of our 3 provincial governments, Bizkaia, Araba and Gipuzkoa, and from Emilio Soldevilla Foundation. And in this event, we also have the support of Bilbao City Council and ENISA, that is our institutional partner in GEM Spain, with whom we share the organization of this event. Thank you so much. Your support is much more than resources, much more than money to organize this kind of event. It's really support. During the next date, we will explore the findings of Global Entrepreneurship Monitor report and, well, Sustainability and Women too, which highlights the importance of entrepreneurship in sustainability and in women empowerment. This discussion will provide us an interesting view for current trends and will also inspire to take concrete actions to foster a more inclusive and sustainable ecosystem for entrepreneurs. I would like to thank all the people in the organization team, speakers and participants for their dedication and commitment, and I am sure that this conference will be a valuable platform for exchange of the ideas and the creation of new collaboration. So, without further ado, I give the floor to our first speaker, that is Atxa Rectore Jauna from the University of Mondragon. Thank you so much.
Bizkaiko aldu nagusia, Bilboko alkatea.
General Deputy for Bizkaia, Mayor of Bilbao, Regional Vice Minister, Executive Director of GEM, Rectors of the Basque Universities. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the whole organization team at this conference. Thank you very much for giving the universities the opportunity of being able to talk about business entrepreneurship. As a rector of Mondragon University, I would like to give you some figures about our university. We are a cooperative university. We are part of the Mondragon Corporation. We are part of the biggest business corporation or cooperative in the Basque Country. And one of the main characteristics of our university is the relationship we have with the business world that's based on research, knowledge transfer, and collaboration. And of course, we also promote entrepreneurship programs. However, in this close relationship we have with the business world, our students also have many job opportunities, and we often find it hard to convince our students to set up their own companies.
Fully employment for university students doesn't help us to convince our students to start their own new businesses. And in my opinion, in this situation, a very interesting way comes from creating ecosystems where university, administration, and companies together help both students and companies to take entrepreneurial risks. Some examples of our ecosystems include entrepreneurship labs for our LAME programs, like the one we have in Bilbao, Berrikuntza Factoria, where we offer a four-year degree designed to prepare students to become entrepreneurs for solving problems. These labs, these entrepreneurial labs, have helped us to build a network of over 1,500 entrepreneurs. Another example of this ecosystem is our ASFABRIC Bilbao campus in Torrozaurre, where we have created an innovation space mixing university students from different disciplines with companies and an incubator to help the students to run new companies. Or finally, we may have another ecosystem, the IREKIN project in Mondragon, which supports sustainable industrial entrepreneurship, offering to our entrepreneurs equipment, laboratories, and technologies to develop new industrial activities. Es decir,
in other words, in our close relationship with businesses through training, research, and transfer, that offers many job opportunities to our students. This sometimes makes it difficult for our students to decide to be entrepreneurs. And that's why I think that the strategy of generating ecosystems with the collaboration of the universities, the administration, and businesses is a good strategy to convince our young students that entrepreneurship is a good option to build their future. And of course, we have many chances to improve, but I think that this strategy has given us good results in recent years. We have promoted an average of 15 startups per year during the last 5 years, and we are leading the Basque university system and Mondragon University in the creation of startups in the country. I think this is a major achievement for Mondragon University, but the real success will come when these startups generate jobs and wealth for the Basque country. Thank you all very much.
Atxa, Rektore jauna, mila esker. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Juan José Etxeberria, Rector of the University of Deusto.
Good morning, everyone. Egun on. Niretzako ore bat da ekitaldian parte hartzea.
For me, it's an honor to be able to participate in this international conference. We're all very pleased to welcome entrepreneurs and experts on entrepreneurship from all over the world in a space for joint reflection and learning about the role played by entrepreneurship in economic and social development. The entrepreneurial heartbeat, I think, illustrates the revitalization of the economic fabric and sustains innovation. At the same time, it also means the oxygen, the effort, and the resilience of those that find a way of discovering new horizons through entrepreneurship. Since the past century, the Deusto University has been firmly backing the promotion of entrepreneurship as an engine for innovation and progress. And our commitment is translated into a broad path of innovation and entrepreneurship, incubator centers that support new business initiatives, support for investments in our business angels network, and social measures to promote new businesses through aid provided to vulnerable groups that live in underprivileged areas. We believe that entrepreneurship not only drives the economy, but also transforms people and communities, generating opportunities and strengthening the social fabric. And as we've seen so far, Collaboration has been key in this task, and I would like to highlight the close collaboration between the three Basque universities in the study of entrepreneurship in the last 2 decades. University of the Basque Country, Mondragon University and Deusto University. This alliance has made it possible to create the Basque Entrepreneurship Observatory, a pioneer measure to analyze and share the entrepreneurial ecosystem in our community. The organization of this conference and the Winter School is a tangible proof of this cooperation and the joint effort made to generate rigorous and applicable knowledge to the business and social reality. Entrepreneurship, without a doubt, for centuries, has been a fundamental pillar in the development of Basque society. Our country has been the cradle of entrepreneurs that, with vision and sacrifice, have created industry, generated jobs, and taken our economy beyond our borders. Today, more than ever, we need to maintain that heartbeat alive and continue to promote this entrepreneurial spirit to adapt it to the new challenges of a world in constant evolution. I hope that this meeting will be enriching for everyone. This kind of meeting helps to strengthen the cooperation network, bearing in mind that we need entrepreneurship to have a prosperous and sustainable future in a space of dialogue where new reflections will arise that will contribute to the well-being of our societies.
Etxeberria Rektore jauna, mila esker. And presiding over the academic welcome, let me introduce you to Mr. José Ramón Bengoechea, Rector of the University of the Basque Country.
Egunon, GEM Chief Executive Officer, Bizkaiko Aldun Nagusia.
Good morning, Deputy General of Bizkaia, Mayor of Bilbao, who has had to leave us, Regional Vice Minister for Industrial Promotion, Executive Director or President of Director Spain, Rectors of Mondragon and Deusto Universities, Director of GEM Basque Country, welcome to this Global Entrepreneurship Conference being held in the Basque Country at our university. We have to promote the culture of entrepreneurship among our agents and students. It's a strategic task for the Basque Country, and we've been working on it for over 25 years at the University of the Basque Country, and that's why we're hosting this event with open arms, as well as the Global GEM report that will be presented during this meeting. It will be presented here in the Basque Country, in this dynamic and beautiful city in the Basque Country. From the point of view of the country and the region, today we will share practices and very important information that will be very useful to promote and reinforce the entrepreneurial culture.
Of the Basque Country, I warmly welcome you to the Global Entrepreneurship Conference. The GEM 24-25 Global Report is recognized as the most credible source monitoring data related to global entrepreneurship, extremely useful information for the university and for many companies and institutions. You come to the conference from over 50 different countries, professors, experts, researchers. A special welcome, ongi etorri. Do try to get to know a little about our country and our culture and our people during your stay. You already had a taster of it. And of course, enjoy our food and our hospitality. In our language, in Basque, in Euskera, the key word of the conference will be ekintzailetza, entrepreneurship. If you're here, you're already an entrepreneur somehow. And if So, you will probably often say to yourselves, why not? In euskera we say, zergatik ez, ¿por qué no? Precisamente ese es el espíritu.
That's the spirit we need to be entrepreneurs or transform the world. The same that has driven the organizing team at this conference, whom we congratulate for doing such a good job. The spirit that has brought you all here to participate at this conference. And if I may be immodest, it's the spirit that took us to take on the rectorship of our university, a university that's committed to entrepreneurship and that for over 25 years has been promoting it with the vocation of having a sustainable and social impact. And as a result of this hard work with the second university in Spain in creating spin-offs in the public and private ranking, a leadership that has been constant for over a decade. We have 5 incubator infrastructures in the 3 university campus with sectoral specialization that respond to science, technology, and innovation, and a solid path in transfer. This 2025 GEM conference in Bilbao is a further example of the commitment of the Basque University to entrepreneurship. Many of the startups that began thanks to the innovation of our students and the scientific research done by the university community have been recognized for their innovative environmental and social impact, an impact that shows the contribution of our institution to Basque society.
The GEM conference will bring truly interesting practices and cues to entrepreneurship, both for universities and for all institutions, actors, and stakeholders concerned. As our claim says, Emanta Zabalzazu. So, I hereby declared open the GEM Conference 2025.
Bengoechea errektore jauna, mila esker. We have covered significant ground this morning, don't you think? And now it's time to recharge, reconnect. It's time to a coffee break. Please have in mind our hashtags, if you are going to share on social media. And to enjoy the coffee, you only need to go upstairs. We are back by 11:10 sharp, please. Enjoy the break.